What it do, my loves? This your girl, 5-star Key, and this is internal wealth. Okay, so the motto here on internal wealth is true wealth lies not in your pocket, but in your mind and in your soul. And then the second motto for this channel is in the land where everyone thinks the same, the man or the woman with a different perspective is king or queen. Okay. So this live, I do want to talk about I want to talk about poverty. Okay. I want to talk about the different kinds of poverty and what poverty really is. Okay, like I just want to get into the depths of it, okay, because a lot of people do touch surface level when it comes down to poverty. And especially on internal wealth, we, like I said, we're building the mind, we're building stronger minds, we're building stronger souls, so that you know what path is good for you, whether you do want to be somebody who does tell people about God, or you want to tell people about other things. You get what I'm saying, like other worldly things. And you know that is of the devil, doing worldly things and doing like godly things, getting people's to get into their mind and their body, and you know, get everything working in order. That is godly things. um okay, so anyway, I do just want to say this: a beautiful day begins with a beautiful mindset. Okay. So with that being said, I, like I said on my last live, I did hear this one person say that, you know, before they get up every morning, they make sure they pray. They make sure they meet God early in the morning before they run into a negative conversation, run into a negative person, a negative energy, or go into a negative place where the devil is lurking for somebody who is kind of vulnerable, or somebody who doesn't know as much or doesn't appear to know as much. You get what I'm saying? So always begin your day with a beautiful mindset. Like today is gonna be a beautiful day. I will get everything I desire today. I am beautiful. I am happy today. I am wonderful. I feel great. You know, I am powerful. I am strong. I am resilient. I am beautiful. I'm happy. You get what I'm saying? I'm whole. So with that being said, it's just like every day you got to start your day off saying those things, even if, because some people don't pray, some people maybe they don't know how to, they don't believe in it. But when I get deeper into internal wealth, we're gonna get deeper off into a lot of things, because like I said, this is definitely a spiritual channel. This is a spiritual channel. Like we really like in God's eyes, like, because nobody's really perfect, but we can be perfect in God's eyes, and I'm gonna get to explaining that in a minute. But anyway, okay. So like I said, beautiful day begins with a beautiful mindset. Never go into situations, establishments, relationships, places with negative mindsets, because honestly, your mindset, before you even get anywhere, your mindset will already set the tone for you. You get what I'm saying? Like if you are already always a happy-go-lucky type of person, guess what? You will always attract that type of energy, because guess what? Like honestly, nobody that is nobody that's hateful want to be around somebody that is joyful all day long. Nobody that's hateful want to be around somebody who is happy. Nobody who is jealous or anything like that. They don't want to be around somebody who loves themselves. You get what I'm saying? Because it will expose some type of lack of, wherever they lack the love at within themselves, it will show in them. So therefore, if you are somebody who loves yourself, you really can't be around jealous people. You really can't hang around jealous people. They will really drain you, and they will make you feel like something is wrong with you. And in reality, there's absolutely nothing wrong with you. It's just something wrong with them, because they're not happy with themselves. So they get a joy and a kick out of making other people that do love themselves and that do feel good about themselves and that do have a high self-esteem. They get a joy out of pulling that, pulling on that, making them feel less than what they know they are. So anyway, okay, so I do just want to show gratitude to all the people that will be watching or the people that are watching now, I thank you. I'm thankful for I'm thankful for you watching. And then uh, people that know me from my other pages or whatever, thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Okay. I am thankful for your presence and I am thankful for your engagement. Okay. So the key verse that I do want to say in regards to this live is Second Timothy's chapter 3, 16 and 17. Okay. Okay, so it just says, okay, it says, all scripture is given by the inspiration of God and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, and for correction, for instruction in righteousness, that the man of God may be perfect, thoroughly furnished unto all good works. Okay. So, with that being said, it's just like when it comes down to the Bible, okay, when it comes down to the Bible, when it comes down to your faith, walking with God, getting to know God and being or being even inspired by God. You get what I'm saying? It's like the Bible is here for correction, instruction, in instruction and righteousness, reproof and doctrine. It's profitable for those things. It's profitable to put you in a better mindset. It's profitable to reproof whatever things that you could have been doing wrong or whatever. It is profitable when it comes down to your instruction in righteousness. If that's what you desire to be, you want to be righteous in the sight of God's eyes. Do you want to be perfect in the sight of God's eyes? You can be if you follow these certain rules or these certain, be obedient to God is what I'm trying to say. So and this just shows you, it just shows you how to do that. And what's wild is when I first looked at the Bible and when I first heard how other people describe the Bible and describe certain behaviors and how you're supposed to act, how you're supposed to this, how you're supposed to that, it turned me away. And the reason why it turned me away was because it's just like I'm not perfect. You get what I'm saying? I'm not perfect, and God knows I'm not perfect. So why would I sit up here and act like a perfect person when I know that's not what I am? You get what I'm saying? Because even when I look at other pastors, ministers, and things like that, they really put on that hat and that jacket as if they were perfect people. And it's like, how are these people coming off as if they were perfect people in a world where it's so much imperfection around? So, with that being said, that's why I do what I do. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I literally do what I do and I don't feel bad about it at all. You get what I'm saying? The reason why I don't feel bad about it is because, it's because I'm not going around here hurting nobody. I'm not going around here, making people feel less than what they are. If anything, I want to see people elevate. I want to see people do better, be better, and really step off into their energy, because some of these women and men around here, they do claim that they're kings and queens and gods and goddesses and things like that, but they're not even walking like God or a God. They're not even walking like a God or a goddess at all. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, I would like to, when it comes down to like who I listen to, who I look up to, who leads me, I definitely want somebody to lead me in the right direction. I want to look up to somebody who is definitely, whose mind is open and they do know that it's more than one way when it comes down to life. You get what I'm saying? And being stagnant is not an option. Being stagnant is like uh being stagnant is just something that I'm just refusing to deal with in a partner, and I'm refusing to be stagnant myself. Like I rebuke stagnancy in the name, okay, of Jesus. But anyway, okay, so this is, I do want to say these couple of words, because I wrote this in my one notebook, but I do want to say it on this live. Okay, so you know what you're capable of. You yourself can bring this out. Okay. So, like I said, when it comes down to poverty, because I'm going to get into poverty, because a lot of people think poverty is just somebody not having money, okay, or somebody lacking some type of mental components when it comes down to their mindset, okay. But when it comes down to poverty, it's way more than that. It could be generational poverty. You get what I'm saying? It don't necessarily have to be money. It could be a mindset. It could be a generation full of people who had the same mindset and nobody thought outside of the box. So with that being said, you're cursed generationally with the way you think, with the way, you know what I'm saying, you behave and things like that. You get what I'm saying? It's not just money. But anyway, you know what you're capable of. You can bring this out yourself, okay? When people get some type of knowledge, it suddenly gives you the ability to see what you're capable of. So when it does come down to, like, okay, just say the Bible and the doctrine and the reproof and the direction and the instruction, okay? Sometimes if, okay, just say you get certain type of attention, like from people, just because like the way you talk, the way you dress, the way you do your hair or whatever, right? And just say you stop doing that, you know what I'm saying, just say you stopped wearing your hair a certain way, stop dressing a certain way, and stop maneuvering a certain way when it comes down to your clothes and your behaviors, right? You might literally people might literally lose interest in you, and then you got some people that might gain interest in you, because a lot of people don't like, well, some men don't like women who expose themselves all the time. But then you have some men that love when women do that. You get what I'm saying? And then when the woman that she doesn't expose herself anymore, oh, it's like, I'm done with that. I'm, you know what I'm saying? I'm done watching that shit. I'm on to the next bitch that's exposing herself or exposing her body or whatever. You get what I'm saying? So when it comes down to the knowledge, it gives you the ability to see differently. So with that being said, just say if I was the woman, wearing, having my body all out and things like that, I know that those type of men would not see a real future with me. You get what I'm saying? It'll just be like temporary, you know what I'm saying? It'll be a temporary thing. And then when it comes down to the energy that you carry or whatever, some women are naturally wifey material. Like, I kid you not, forget just saying the zodiac sign and things like that, because you got some women who their sign could be, oh, their sign, their zodiac sign says they're wifey material, but their actions doesn't say that. So with that being said, you can never just go off of what you hear, okay? So when it comes down to knowledge, right, that's like what I just said. A zodiac sign, that's wifey material. You get what I'm saying? But the thing is, if the mindset isn't there, that's not it. You get what I'm saying? And you'll think of, oh, that's only wifey material because of a zodiac sign. That's husband material because of a zodiac sign. When in reality, they need to step into their energy. They need to fully step into their energy. And they need to fully be planted in their energy. You get what I'm saying? So, like I said, knowledge gives you the ability to see what you are capable of. And knowledge also gives you the ability to see what you did not see before. Okay. So, so anyway, this says after you learn certain things about yourself, you cannot be easily controlled anymore. Why? Because you will be able to see yourself. You will be able to see for yourself what you can do and what you cannot do. Okay, so that's just like this. Okay, when you do learn certain things about yourself, you learn certain abilities and skills, and you're able to control yourself more, right? You'll never sit up here, okay, like, just say, okay, yeah, you're not scary or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You're not scary or whatever, or scared of these people, scared of situations, scared of life, or ain't no fearful energy, period. But the thing is, why put yourself in situations where these people, they thrive off of that? They thrive off of negativity. They thrive off of low vibrational acts. You get what I'm saying? So if you know, like, knowledge wise, if you know, even me, I had to learn these things. So if you know that people thrive off of low vibrational acts and behaviors and characteristics, it's just like, why even give them something to act upon? You get what I'm saying? Why give them something to act upon? Because therefore, if I don't act upon, your outbursts or things like that, that means that you cannot control me, because therefore you're waiting for a response, or you want me to respond in a negative way, or to have negative things to say or whatever. And it's just like, you won't be able to control another person, when it comes down to that. So like I said, after you learn certain things about yourself, that's also your triggers. You get what I'm saying? Like, what triggers you, what makes you mad, what makes you angry. You get what I'm saying? You literally, when it comes down to mental clarity, the word of God, being a godly energy, and being a leader for real, you get what I'm saying? And really standing on that, and really wanting to see people be better, because you literally have to lead by an example. You real life cannot be a leader with a messed up mindset, because I'm telling you, that's letting other people feel like it is okay to be running around here leading people wrong, leading people to hell. And then you will have people like me that are trying to come clean it up. And then it's even harder to come clean that up, because it's like, okay, this one person, had this negative mindset and was doing all that for the longest. And these people got used to seeing that. They got addicted to seeing, the negativity. And they saw how much people get paid for their negativity and their lack of knowledge. But anyway, but like I said, when you do learn things about yourself, you cannot be easily controlled anymore. You get what I'm saying? Because then you'll be able to read a narcissist. You'll be able to know, oh, that is a false prophet, or that person is lying to me. That person is manipulating me. You get what I'm saying? You'll be able to know. So then when it comes down to that poverty mindset, you'll be able to be like, okay, well, nah, if I make these certain amount of decisions, or if I make that type of choice, or if I go this way, if I go that way, if I don't do this, or if I don't do that, that will push me further down into poverty. You get what I'm saying? Whether it is generational poverty, the way we think, because like I said, you can have everything you have and desire in life right now, but the mentally you're gone. So that is poverty, a poverty mindset. You get what I'm saying? Because like even doing low vibrational things for money, that is a lack mindset there. Because especially if you are somebody, you can use your brain, you can use certain things to create money and all this and that. Why use your body when that is sacred? You get what I'm saying? Your body is your temple. So anyway, okay. And then another thing too, when it comes down to some of the strategies to make you a better person, right? You have the right to express yourself as long as you don't harm people along the way. You get what I'm saying? So you can say whatever you want to say. You pretty much can voice your opinion, be vocal about this, be vocal about that. But the thing is, are you harming people along the way? Do you want to see other people hurt because you feel hurt on the inside? Is your ego hurt? Is it torn? Is it whatever? You get what I'm saying? Because me personally, when it comes down to things, right? And my heart space and just how I feel about a lot of things, I feel like when it comes down to like things outside of me, right? You know how people will say that, oh, this man chose another woman over you, or whatever the case is, right? Like, let's just be honest. If a man chooses another woman over somebody else, that is perfectly fine. You understand? That is perfectly fine. That is nothing wrong with that. Because truth be told, when the woman, when the woman got overlooked, and once she gets in a better mindset, in a better headspace, and the right masculine energy comes along, when she is in that energy of fully healing and don't want to bring any baggage to a relationship or to a connection, then that man that approaches her, and that man that is being a man to that woman, he will understand that, oh, well, I waited for a reason. You are a great woman. You are a good woman. I'm glad I waited. You get what I'm saying? Instead of rushing into a connection just for sex or temporary pleasures and things like that. Because when it does come down to a real connection and things like that that don't harm you, okay, things that don't harm you, and then once you realize, I'm trying to read this at the same time, and then when you realize too, like in the beginning, everything was formless and void. So when you do take that into consideration too, when it comes down to connections and relationships, when you meet people, you get what I'm saying? Sometimes you do got to understand, okay, how was this person formed before I met this person? Like before I met this person, who formed this person's mindset? When it come down to loving me and loving certain things and this and pleasure that, who said in your last connection, who said that I wasn't gonna like that? Who said that, who said that that wasn't going to be, I don't know, pleasurable to me? Who told you to void out those thoughts? Who told you to void out those thought patterns and things like that? You get what I'm saying? Maybe like when it comes down to that, because a lot of women do, how can I say, a lot of women do mold into the person that they man wants them to be. You get what I'm saying? Like if your man wants you to be this type of person, you're gonna literally mold yourself to be that. Especially me. When it comes down to like my energy, like I literally, when I was like, I had to learn my energy and myself. I'm telling you. When I say I had to learn that, I had to learn myself. Like I literally discovered that any man that I get with, it's like I mold myself to certain things. Like, while we kicking it and while we chilling, I'm like, okay, so because we do this, we kick it like this or whatever. So with that being said, it's kind of like I mold myself into an energy that my masculine energy desires. I'm talking about loves, craves, crazy for. You get what I'm saying? It's like I mold myself into that energy, and it's kind of weird that me just looking at my birth chart and things like that, I had discovered that, reading my birth chart, but then in real life, I naturally do that. You know what I'm saying? That's why when it comes down to a masculine energy, I don't want no dumb man. I don't want no man that don't know how to go get no money. I don't want no man that don't have no job. I don't want no man that don't have no drive or anything like that. That will send me away. I need a man that, he has his shit together. He want to see me with, he want to see me with my shit together too. So it's just like, and then I don't want to be in a connection where we're too codependent on each other. You get what I'm saying? Like we're too codependent. Like you're too codependent on me in this certain area, and I'm too codependent on you in a certain area. It's just like, I want you to have your own car. I got my own car. I got my own money in the bank. You got your own money in the bank. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, if we do bump heads, or we do clash, or we do decide to leave each other alone, therefore you won't be missing nothing, and neither will I, because I still have me, my money and my everything else, and you still have your money and your everything else. You get what I'm saying? Might be a little heartbroken, but still we'll still be able to move on and move forward with our life. There's but anyway, okay, now old knowledge. Okay, so old knowledge, to me, is definitely something that you were taught previously that no longer serves you anymore. You get what I'm saying? Like, okay, so back then, when I first got on the internet, and I was thinking that being in tarot, that was the real divine path for me. That was my true calling, and da 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 da. You know, but that was old knowledge, because obviously when it comes down to certain things that I did here, when it comes down to tarot, the people that were saying tarot, they kind of had the same story. They were like bouncing off of each other, if you get what I mean. So it wasn't really original about it. When I sat back and I looked at it from a different perspective, it's like, okay, there's nothing, new about this. I'm not learning anything. I'm not really learning how to rebalance my energy. I'm not really learning how to reconnect with God. If I did lose my connection with God by paying attention to worldly things and stuff like that, how to reconnect with God. Show me how to reconnect. Teach me how to reconnect. Teach me how to be more balanced. Teach me how to walk in the spirit. Teach me how to pray in the spirit. You get what I'm saying? Teach me how to do those things. Because when it does come down to old gurus and things that you used to know, old knowledge does have to get thrown out. You get what I'm saying? Especially if it does not serve you. Like literally, it's something that I can't really think of it right off the bat, but I don't know, my sister or something, I don't know, if she said something about geometry or something, and she was like, girl, the last time I heard about geometry, they said that in school. In life, I never used it before. You get what I'm saying? So some things that you get taught you don't use. You get what I'm saying? And I just had to use it as an example, but I know some people, whatever field they are in life, I mean, whatever field they choose to do in life, they use geometry. You get what I'm saying? But anyway, okay. And then it says, no matter where you're from, everyone deals with the same issues. Okay. So let me tell you something. You know how some people feel like, oh, they can talk about, oh, your money issues or poverty and things like that, right? But somewhere along the line, people deal with some of the same issues. And like I said, poverty is not always about lack of money, resources, or mentality. I mean, it has to do with those type of in that area, but I'm just saying it doesn't always have to be lack of money or lack of resources. It could be lack of mindset or lack of drive. You do not have the ability to take care of yourself. You get what I'm saying? Because you could be a grown man or a grown woman living with your mama, and that could literally be a poverty mindset there. You get what I'm saying? And then that doesn't necessarily mean that the man is broke, he doesn't have any money and things like that. But obviously, when it comes down to that mindset, he's still stuck in his parents' house for a reason. You get what I'm saying? So anyway, okay, so then this is a good one too. It says everyone is looking for a solution to solve their problems. And in most cases, there's not only one answer. Okay, so just say we are okay, a church, for instance, because we already know there's plenty of churches around this world, plenty of different churches, plenty of different type of preachers, pastors, ministers, all that. So everyone is looking for a solution. Bam, right? So let me cut that off right there. Everybody is looking for a solution. So when it comes down to that, everybody's looking for a saving, salvation, or their where they're getting their inspiration from and things like that. Everybody's looking for something. They're looking for a savior, salvation, a saving, something, right, to solve whatever problem they're going through. Because truth be told, like I could be going through a situation and it's like, oh, I'm running to the church for the situation. So it's like I'm looking for a solution, which is in God, right? But sometimes the answer to my problem, and I said solution, but anyway, yeah, I'm looking for a solution, but the answer to my problem might not be at church. You get what I'm saying? I whatever problem I could be going through right now, I could literally go to the corner store, right? I could literally go to the corner store and my answer could literally be there. My answer doesn't necessarily have to be at church. And that's one thing a lot of people fail to understand and fail to realize too. Because we can literally fellowship and mingle and have fun with like-minded people, and we can all be interested in the same thing, but we never met at church. You get what I'm saying? We never met at church. We never talked about religion, but the only thing we talked about was definitely we talked about this Bible and we talked about life. You get what I'm saying? And I can agree on a lot of things. You get what I'm saying? So anyway, like I said, when you are looking for a solution to a problem, my love, don't always go, don't always think that you're going to get your answer at church. Don't think you're always that spiritual guru might not always have the answer, because I'm going to be honest with you, my love. Everybody is different. Everybody has problems and everybody is trying to find solutions to their problems. But like I said, where you think your solution is, it might not be there. You get what I'm saying? You think your solution might be at church, or you think your solution might be at that job, or you think your solution might be down that road, or at the hairdresser, or in that man or in that woman. You get what I'm saying? You think that might be your solution, but the solution to you, whatever answer might be within yourself. You get what I'm saying? You might be the solution all along. You get what I'm saying? You never know. Okay. Okay, and then another thing too, when it comes down to insights, okay? Um, okay, so I wrote this one out kind of crazy a little bit, but this one says insights. Two insights brought together It's just, it's the same. Hold on. It's the same, just a different approach. Same in a good way. Okay, so I forgot what I was writing, but I'm trying to think of what I was meaning to write, because it's like two insights brought together. Can, I don't know. What did I write? I don't know what this is. Oh my god. Two insights brought together. Oh, two insights brought together is the same, just a different approach. Some will have a good end and some will have a bad end. The way you speak, because the way you speak, you'll pull certain people in. And the way you speak, you will draw certain people away. Okay. So the way you speak, you bring a certain crowd in. But anyway, okay. So hopefully that was good for some. And then this one, this was definitely from my old podcast, The Notebook, on Spotify. Once I get files and all that stuff together, I'll be back on Spotify doing my podcast. But anyway, so I wrote this from one of my episodes on the podcast, The Notebook, on Spotify. It was called Freedom. Okay. And that's why this is labeled poverty, because we are going to get out of the poverty mindset when it comes down to lack, love, money, the way you dress, the way you wear your hair, things like that. Everything is going to change. We're going to change all of it. You get what I'm saying? So with that being said, freedom, right? Leaving the past behind, carry only the lessons that you learned. Okay. So no matter what avenue or what place you were in life, my love, you can literally leave your past behind and move forward. But that's only a godly energy would tell you that that's possible. But somebody who worships the devil, works for the devil, and they want to see negative happen to people, they'll never tell you that. They'll say, some of the people say, "Oh, you stuck in your past. You got to live with that. You got to learn that." When in reality, you can rewrite your own story. What are you saying? Like, what are you saying right now? I'm the boss. I'm the boss. I'm a millionaire. I'm rich. You get what I'm saying? I'm rich, and yeah, and I'm the boss. My man is the owner of this. I work for him. You get what I'm saying? He bossed me and I bossed his motherfucking ass. You get what I'm saying? So so anyway, so yeah, you can rewrite your own story. Like, we don't have to sit up here and live no fake life, no fake narrative that to someone else's story. You get what I'm saying? Especially if you know who you are, you know the energy that you carry, you know the energy that you exude. You get what I'm saying? With that being said, who's gonna be a devil, a witch, or a sick person in somebody's story? No. In my story, I am queen. In my story, I am very intelligent. In my story, you cannot manipulate me. In my story, I will not fall for your tricks or your manipulation. In my story, negativity will not last around me. In my story, wickedness will not last around me. Witches aren't lasting around me in my story. You get what I'm saying? And another thing too is, when it does come down to your story, right? Other people literally will try to have you look as if you were the evil demon or the wicked person or whatever in their story. But the thing is, as long as you're focused on, as long as you're focused on making your mind a better place for you to live in and for other people to live around and live in too. You get what I'm saying? Because honestly, we got to have a better mindset. Like, you don't literally don't want to project things. Especially, a lot of people say they are spiritual, and it's just like I be trying to figure out how spiritual or how open, or some of these people really are. Because if they are really spiritual, it's just like certain conversations I can't engage in. You get what I'm saying? It's like, I literally, I certain conversations I can't engage in. Certain people I just can't be around. They make my back hurt, my body hurt. It's just, ill. You know what I'm saying? They just make me feel bad when you get around them, or when they start talking to just about negative things. You get what I'm saying? Things that are not going to heal me, things that are not going to help me. That just makes me feel bad. So with that being said, it's just like, leave the past behind. Okay, carry only the lessons that you learned. Okay, so what did you learn? You learned how to pray in the spirit. Did you learn that if you study the Bible every day, you can overcome sin? You get what I'm saying? Did you really learn and understand that you can't trust every man? Just because every man has a Bible, or a lot of men have Bibles, my love, you can't trust them. You know what I'm saying? Just because a man has a nice car, nice just money and all these and that, you cannot trust them. Mm. And then another thing too, I was reading in the Bible. It was some weird stuff was going on. It was so funny because I'm like, God, they was doing this like they was doing this in the Bible times. You know how sometimes you want to kick it with somebody, or somebody want to kick it with you, and obviously you just don't feel like it, or you just feel like something could be off. You know what I'm saying? So you tell like a little white lie, like, oh, I'm tired, I'm sleepy, or I got something else going on, I'm not doing that, I'm studying, I'm reading, or whatever. You get what I'm saying? And it was literally I forgot where it was in here. But oh my God, do you not know that shit was so funny? I was in here laughing because I was like, oh my God. So it was Nehemiah. Hold on, I gotta find it because it was so funny to me. Where is it? Where is it? Okay, I can't find it right now. Oh my God. Oh, here you go. Okay, so it was Nehemiah chapter 6. Okay. So that was kind of about, okay, so the focus returns to construction of the wall, and three attempts to thaw it by intimidating Nehemiah and the workers. So okay, so just say, bam, we worship and we praise and we are building our relationship with God, but it's always somebody wants to come in and they want to get us to go drink, or they want us to get us to go party, or they want to get us to do things that is hindering us when it comes down to our spiritual growth. You get what I'm saying? So by them trying to intimidate Nehemiah and the workers, they were trying to literally thaw that bubble of protection that the Lord had put around them. You know what I'm saying? Because as long as you working for God, or letting God work through you and putting his message out, and do things, and draw his people in, it's like it's gonna be a protection around you and the people. You get what I'm saying? That truly believe. You get what I'm saying? It's gonna be a protection around you and the people. It's and the thing is, all you gotta do is be, head down, in your faith. You know what I'm saying? As far as books and that. This is what's coming first. God comes first. God comes first. God comes first. Do you pray? Do you like this? You get what I'm saying? And it's just like sometimes that'll become intimidating by people who don't have a relationship with God. You get what I'm saying? And then it's like, okay, after a while, they'll leave you alone, because it's like, okay, you're not budging, you're not, coming off of what you said and things like that. You meant what you said. You get what I'm saying? So anyway, in Nehemiah chapter 6, it was just talking about how like I said, somebody, they just want to tip these people and get them off focus and off track. You know what I'm saying? By intimidating them, whether it was, like just real life. You know how people try to intimidate you. You know what I'm saying? Especially if they feel intimidated by you, they will literally try their hardest to intimidate you so they can feel like they have power again, or so they can feel like they have one up on you. You get what I'm saying? But anyway, I really thought that story was so funny because it's like in the Bible it kind of said, he told like a little white lie, like I'm not kicking it with y'all tonight because I got something going on. I forgot what he said for real, but you can definitely look at it if you want to. It's Nehemiah chapter 6. Anyways, so what else was I about to say? Oh, okay. So poverty. Okay. So the title of this video is definitely poverty can either make you or break you. So, now I didn't know. Okay, coming from a spiritual perspective, right, versus a worldly perspective. I looked at poverty, public housing, low income. You get what I'm saying? I looked at that as if it was something great. It was something that I needed. It was something that I couldn't live without. You get what I'm saying? It was something that I desired. You get what I'm saying? It's just something that I want. Poverty. So, with that being said, God gave it to me. God gave me poverty because that's what the fuck I wanted. That's what the fuck I asked for, and God gave it to me. So let me tell you what poverty did to me mentally. Let me tell you what poverty did to me financially. Let me tell you the absolute truth about what poverty did to me. Okay, so me, okay, me. I'm thinking, oh, I'll have cheap rent, cheap bills, da da da. I can really relax and I don't have to work as much. I don't have to do as much in life. But when you think about low income, okay, it kind of is poverty because it's like it puts you in the energy of lack. Even if you go into like public housing with the intention of, oh, I want to stack my money, or I want to I just want to relax. I'm tired of working, paying all thousands of dollars in months and bills every month for these past couple of years. I'm tired. I need a break. I need a break. I need a break. Right. So bam, you get the break. And then once you realize that you meet people, when people see other people that live in public housing, right? No matter if you are intelligent, no matter if you're clever, no matter if you're smart, no matter if you're anything, right? People will look at you just because you live in the projects or just because you live in public housing or whatever. They'll look at you as if you were less than them. Okay? They'll look at you if you was less. Okay. Me being my homegirl, we used to talk about females that used to live on public housing in the projects all the time. We used to talk about them. It used to be like, dang, they wouldn't let me, have no free rent. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't let me have free rent. God wouldn't do, you know what I'm saying? We just kept used to say stuff like that. Oh, God wouldn't do that for me. God wouldn't let me have no free rent. God wouldn't let me have $3 rent. God wouldn't let me have $19 rent. You know what I'm saying? Like I literally had a homegirl with $19 rent. And I was literally paying $500 for a one bedroom. You know what I'm saying? Like me, my man, and my daughter, we living in a one bedroom. And we was, like I said, well, we was paying $430 for it. But I'm just saying, this girl had a 3-bedroom in the projects paying $19 upstairs and downstairs. 2 bathrooms, back door, a washer and dryer, all that for $19 a month in rent. Who wouldn't feel some type of way? You get what I'm saying? Like who wouldn't feel some type of way? So anyway. Okay, so the way, like outside looking in, right? That looks fun because when you get your income taxes, you could pay your rent up for a whole year. You wouldn't have to worry about rent. You wouldn't have to worry about a car. You wouldn't have to worry about none of these things and then you could work a little part-time job if that's what you wanted to do, take care of your little kids and go on vacations. You get what I'm saying? You could literally do a lot when it comes down to you living in public housing, low income, like poverty. You know what I'm saying? You can literally do a lot. So anyway, that's how it looks. Okay. But now living in it and then trying to come up out of it, and then spiritually, because at first, when I first got into this poverty thing, I didn't really see the spiritual side of it. You get what I'm saying? Because God hates poverty. Poverty was a problem in the Bible. The Bible mentioned poverty over 300 times, and the Bible mentioned homosexuality 6 or 7 times. So, what was the biggest problem back in the days? Was homosexuality really the problem? Even though that's still an issue, but I'm just saying, we're not gonna put no sin greater than the next. You get what I'm saying? But the thing is, homosexuality was definitely frowned upon. But poverty is frowned upon too, and more people was in poverty more than anything. It was a lot of people in poverty. A lot of people was in lack. And they didn't have to be in lack as far as no money, things like that. They was in lack because of their mindset. Okay? So that means they will fall for a lot of things. You get what I'm saying? Like how many women do you know that lived in public housing or that have lived in public housing projects once upon a time? All they did the whole time they was in public housing, get pregnant, get pregnant, get pregnant, get pregnant. You get what I'm saying? How many women have you known that done that? Or how many women have you seen done that? Lack of mindset. Because when you sit back and you think about it, when you really sit back and you think about poverty and the time being, right? Okay, you got people that was on poverty. I mean, public housing. Like this one lady I knew when I stayed in the projects. She said she moved out there in the projects when she was 16 years old, had about 4 kids young. You know what I'm saying? She moved out there in the projects when she was 16, had 4 kids back to back young or whatever. You get what I'm saying? And she's like 60 something now, still staying in the projects. So that's what it's like. It's like the mindset of poverty. That's what makes it a problem. That's what makes it an issue. But not only that, though, even though, yes, God says poverty is an issue, poverty is a problem. But the thing is, you can still be in poverty and God will still love you. You'll still be God's favorite, even though you're not going to be because some people say that they claim that they're God's gift, right? But in reality, nobody's really God's gift. Only Jesus is, because Jesus was the one who set up here and died for you, me, sins and all, blood and all. He the one did all that for us. So with that being said, that's why when I used to go to churches, and they used to say sinner, 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 sinner. But I believe in Jesus. So if Jesus died on the cross for my sins, I'm not a sinner. And especially if I sit up here and I'm literally showing my ways of repentance I'm literally trying to do right by God. You get what I'm saying? I'm showing you this. I'm showing you in my actions. I'm showing you in my behaviors. I'm showing you in the way I am talking and approaching situations. You get what I'm saying? But anyway, yeah. So my thing is, when it comes down to poverty, the mindset and all, get your relationship right with God. Like, get your relationship right with God. I mean, do it if that's what you want to do. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you, when I say I literally had to go through negative relationships. I had to go to the point in life where I had nothing. You get what I'm saying? I had a nice car. I literally gave my car up because I felt like I earned it with the devil's money, or I earned it in a negative way. You get what I'm saying? And I got me a car after that, and I earned it the right way. You get what I'm saying? So with that being said, it's just like, when it comes down to the mindset, the poverty mindset, you can escape that. You can escape the poverty mindset. You can escape the poverty look. You can escape the poverty mentality. And sometimes you don't even have a poverty look. You just have a poverty mentality. Okay. And then it could be, like I said, generational poverty and things like that. Because there's definitely different types of poverty. Hold on. But the solutions for poverty, even if, like I said, when it comes down to the mindset, the mental things, right? You can increase your education. That's one thing. Okay, you can increase your education. improving the nutrition on your food. Okay, improve your security around your home. Get more access to clean water, hygiene products, and things like that. Healthcare. Make sure you're at peace with yourself. Invest in certain friends. Okay. And like I said, money and poverty is not about being rich or being wealthy. You don't have to say like, "Oh, I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich." Poverty, poverty, poverty. Okay, like I said, you can be rich and still have a poverty mindset. Like, it's not a poverty is not a place. And I feel like some people think poverty is a place, like projects and things like that, like projects, like it's literally more to it than what a lot of people think. But I literally encourage everyone, you know what I'm saying, I encourage everyone to build their relationship with God. Okay, build your relationship with God. Whatever is going on, whatever's going on in your life, just know you can fix it. You can change it. You can definitely build your relationship with God. You can definitely do that, especially if you take the time to do so and you dedicate yourself to doing so. And sometimes it can be hard. Sometimes it literally can be hard trying to dedicate your life to God, especially if you've been, living in a world where you just feel like you can run everything. You get what I'm saying? You've been living in a world where you can just run everything and you control certain things. It's just like some people it's like some people really aren't meant to be controlled. You get what I'm saying? Why do you think some people read, some people research, some people do certain things? Because some people, like I said, they just aren't meant to be controlled, because it's like, okay, if something doesn't sound right to them, then that means it's not right to them. So then they might look to any other they might look at it at other solutions, to solve the problem or to get through it. Because, like I said earlier, there's everybody has problems out here in this world, but everybody is looking for a solution. So, guess what? I could be a good speaker and I can give you great advice. Somebody else could give you great advice as well. But the thing is, it doesn't mean that my advice was bad, even though my advice is the advice that didn't help you. Maybe somebody else's advice helped you. You get what I'm saying? But that does not discredit, my work and my advice and the things that I put in and the things that I do. You get what I'm saying? It doesn't discredit what I do. Just because you didn't take heed to what I said and you didn't apply what I said, it didn't work. Maybe you apply what somebody else said and it worked. But then it's another thing that you needed from me and you did it and it worked. And that's a part of your daily routine now. You get what I'm saying? So anyway, my love, poverty, like I said, is a mindset. It is a lack. It is a lack of something somewhere. You get what I'm saying? So if, like I said, if it's job, because some people, when it comes down to jobs and things, we depend on other things. But what if we can't depend on other things no more? We do need to literally get a job and work a job and be more in people's face, be a people's person. You get what I'm saying? Things like that. Because honestly, like working a job, that will teach you people skills, that will teach you how to communicate with people, connect with people, and you'll literally be in connections with like-minded people. So anyway, to improve poverty is definitely increase your education. Okay, increase your education. I don't care what nobody says, especially if anybody is an influencer on the internet. I do not care what you say. You are never, like, when it come down to like leading a country, leading a pack, leading uh leading your subscribers, like you should literally want to pronounce your words right. You should literally want to present yourself correctly. You get what I'm saying? You should want to do that. because you're leading by an example. So if you're constantly like, because I mispronounce words, I misspell words and things like that, right? But I'll never sit up here and say that, oh, I want to be the leader of this, the president of the United States or whatever, when I can't read this correctly, or when I can't pronounce that right, or and I'm trying to pronounce it right, but I can't. You get what I'm saying? And it's like, I'm just giving up on pronouncing the word correctly. I'm giving up on correct speech, correct pronunciation. I'm giving up on that because, oh, I have the platform already. So I don't need, what I'm saying? I don't need to be more educated than what I am. And that's literally how some people think on their platforms. They literally have thousands and thousands and thousands of subscribers. And they could care less about education. They could care less about presenting themselves correctly. They care less about it. You know what I'm saying? And me, honestly, like I said, you literally have to lead by an example. Learn new words. You know what I'm saying? Learn new words. Encourage people to do better, because I guarantee you, every day somebody gets on the internet, they're looking for a teacher. Like, honestly, like the God honest truth. Every day somebody gets on the internet, my love, they are looking for a teacher, whether you know it or not. So you on this platform, my love, you really have to be in that energy of, what's up, my love? What can I help you with? You get what I'm saying? What's up? What can I do for you? What's up? What you want to talk about? What is it? You get what I'm saying? But other than that, it's just like we can't, we can't just be constantly on this internet saying that we're great leaders or whatever, and we don't engage with our congregation. We don't engage with our collective. We don't engage with the subscribers. We don't engage with the commenters. You get what I'm saying? If we don't engage with them, then what's the point? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying all. We don't have to. I'm not saying engage with all of them, but a lot of people do need to give back, especially to the people that do have big platforms, big channels, and all that stuff. Give back to the people that watch you. Give back, because that literally shows like, oh, that's a real person. You know what I'm saying? Because how I used to look at people that I used to admire on the internet, I'm like, oh, that's a real person. That person probably been through tragic things like me too. So maybe I can relate to that person. So with that being said, I would reach out. I would be like, oh, I like that person. That person cool or whatever. Or I think that person cool. But then they turn around and be like, okay, yeah, I don't like that person. You get what I'm saying? You'll literally turn around and say that, because I've said those things about people that was in the same type of field as me, doing the same type of thing as me. You get what I'm saying? It's just like it's competition there. But that's why when it comes down to internal wealth, it's only one internal wealth based on what I'm doing. Okay. This is only one. This is the first one. There's nothing like this on the internet at all. So with that being said, I'm definitely, this is my lane. You get what I'm saying? Internal wealth. This is my lane. This is I'm driving this. You get what I'm saying? Like, this is my car. I'm driving it. You get what I'm saying? So with that being said, I'm making sure I'm staying in my lane. I'm making sure I'm staying on the right path. And the people that are following me, or that are driving behind me, or that are going to see me in traffic or whatever, those people, they will have access to certain things that I'm saying. They will be able to follow me. And I am going to lead them in a straight, narrow path. You get what I'm saying? Like, we're not going to be all over the place. You get what I'm saying? Like, our focus is, especially when it comes down to me, because me, I'm not in a relationship. I'm not even looking. I'm not looking for no connection right now. I'm solely focused on my relationship with God. I'm solely focused on my connection with God, and me working my job, and like, going up the ladder as far as manager, supervisor, CEO. You get what I'm saying? Like, that type of thing. That's what I'm into. I'm not into, any of the pettiness or anything like that, especially if we're really trying to build strong-minded people. Well, I'm really trying to build strong-minded people, strong-minded souls around here. Because you can't, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, my love. You cannot, if you've never been a weak soul, my love, you can never identify one. You get what I'm saying? If you never been somebody who been on all different sides of the energy, you've been on the wicked side, you've been on the nice side, you've been on the kind side, you've been on the patient side, you've been on the angry side, you've been on the explosive side, you've been on the crazy side, you've been on all these different sides of energy. So therefore, I can identify a lot of characteristics in people. Like, I literally can sit back. You don't have to, you could talk. I could literally sit back and identify a lot of different characteristics. And then when it comes down to the healing and the therapeutic energy that I exude, I got a lot of things, I got a lot of material things. I got a lot of knowledge that will help you heal mentally. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't have a lot of as far as like, some men they got the medicine for it, but me, I literally have the knowledge and the knowledge and the wisdom. So if you don't, I can give you the knowledge, but if you don't apply it, aka wisdom, then the service will really be pointless. You get what I'm saying? So any service that I ever will offer in the future or whatever, if it's up to you to apply your service, that's just like me giving you a prescription. You get what I'm saying? It's like I'm giving you a spiritual prescription. And if you don't take it, if you don't follow the rules, if you don't follow what I'm telling you, then you won't get healed. You get what I'm saying? So anyway, poverty is different. Poverty is different things. So make sure you know that. Make sure you understand what poverty really is. Poverty is not projects. Poverty is not ghetto woman. Poverty is not just ratchetness. You get what I'm saying? That's not what it is. It's a lack of mindset. It's a lack of resources. It's a lack of something. It could be generational. It could be something that you learned in life. It could be, you could be just a regular woman, like you could be just a regular woman, my love. You get what I'm saying? And just like me, for instance, everything, your life is going fine. You get what I'm saying? But then, oh, you move to public housing because you want cheap rent. Okay. Guess what? Mind tampered with, mind played with. Is to see if you have a strong mind or not. See if you'll be able to get out of it. See if you will. Where are you drawing yourself closer to? Are you drawing yourself closer to drugs? Or are you drawing yourself closer to God? Okay, which one is it? So anyway, like I said, poverty can make you or break you, and only the strong survive. Because I've literally lived in the projects and all. A lot of people don't make it out. You know what I'm saying? Once you sign that contract to move into the projects, my love, sometimes people don't make it out of the projects. You get what I'm saying? Because people literally have access to your homes. They do a lot of things to single women in projects. That's why a lot of single women that do live in poverty projects, don't worry. Trust me, when I get my $1,000,000, we gonna build a project. It's gonna be a fancy project. You get what I'm saying? It's gonna be a fancy project for the single women and the single mothers, but you gotta work a job. You get what I'm saying? You gotta work a job and you gotta put an application in too. You know what I'm saying? Before I approve you to my, the complex to get out of the poverty mindset, because we're gonna offer healing and all. Because, like I said, I know having that poverty mindset, not really being like, okay, because just say my mom never lived there, or, well, I'm gonna be honest with you, my mama even told me. My mama said because my mama stayed in Oklahoma when she was younger. She said I had a Section 8. She said I had Section 8 or whatever in Oklahoma when she was young or whatever. She said she or a project. They gave her a project house through Section 8 when she was in college or high school or something like that. And she said, I went in that bitch and I seen a roach on that floor. She said, shit, I gave them bitches them goddamn keys back. I said, damn, my mama is bougie as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, my mama is bougie, but being K all in this bitch. Like, oh shit, get the get the rat. Get the rat up out of here. Get the rope, kill the rope. Hold on, kill the rope. You know what I'm saying? Like, kill the rope. My mama said, they gave me a project one time. They gave me a project one time, and I saw a roach in that bitch. Get these motherfucking keys back. Y'all bitches got me fucked. You know what I'm saying? So that was funny. You know, they gave us my mama, but Because like I said, but some people they do have that, they because my mama, her my dad, my papa is a famous ass football player with guap, bread, moolah. My grandma working at the bank got money in the bank. Working at the bank got money in the bank. You know what I'm saying? My mama didn't have to worry about shit. You know what I'm saying? My mama didn't have to worry about shit. So talking about a project in a roach, shit, here, get these goddamn keys back. You get what I'm saying? So, but yeah, and then like I said too, poverty is okay, so the definition of poverty on here, on online, it says a state of being extremely poor. So a lot of people that just say if you live in a poverty-stricken environment, maybe it's not you, it's just the environment. And you know what they say, you are a product of your environment. So if once you do realize that as well too, you'll literally get yourself in the energy, get yourself in the mindset, and get yourself a job to the point where you're moving out and paying full rent again. You get what I'm saying? You're moving and you're paying, full bills again. And you get what I'm saying? And honestly, there's nothing wrong with paying full rent and full bills. Okay. Like there's nothing wrong with it because that literally will keep you at your job more. Like you'll really hold on to your job longer because it's just like, oh, I don't need no job. I don't, because if I lose my job, I don't have to pay no rent type shit. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like shit, get like I kind of miss, having to really sit there and go to work every day and just do all this and do all that, and wanting to be the boss of the establishment, or wanting to be the manager, or wanting to make the schedules, and wanting people to respect me at the job and things like that. You get what I'm saying? Like I do kind of miss that because like being in public housing will literally put you in that energy of like you don't have to work if you don't want to. You get what I'm saying? Like you don't have to, you don't need to. You get what I'm saying? Like you want to work? Okay, you can, but you don't have to. So it's like it would get you in that type of energy. But me, like I said, I do like I like applying for jobs where I'm the boss. I like applying for jobs where I'm in charge. You know what I'm saying? Like the housekeeping supervisor jobs, the loan officer jobs, things like that. I love those type of jobs, like clothing store jobs, and you know what I'm saying? Just all those. I like jobs like that because even server jobs I like because you can make tips depending on your swag, or depending on how you do how you wear your clothes, how you wear your uniform. You get what I'm saying? Like you can get tips, you can get all type of stuff. So it's just like, I like working because you definitely can meet different type of people everywhere you go. So that's where I'm at with it, especially when it comes down to, like I said, poverty. And then when you're dating and when you're talking and mingling with people, make sure you get with people who don't have a lack mindset, okay? Because sometimes it can, like, you might have to date around, especially if you've been in a lack mindset for a long time. You might have to date around. You know what I'm saying? To figure it out. Okay. Even a woman that's like a gold digger, you know what I'm saying? A woman that's a gold digger, like you literally have to, because gold digging is something that, I ain't gonna say that's embedded in some people, but sometimes that's a hard energy to shake out of people, is that gold digging energy. So with that being said, if a man feels like a woman is a gold digger, I could say take that woman out. You know what I'm saying? Take the woman out. Don't give her no money. You know what I'm saying? Don't give her no money at all. Don't show her no money at all. You get what I'm saying? Just, take her out to eat, take her on a date, and then go back to the crib or whatever y'all got going on. You get what I'm saying? Do it like that. Don't show nobody no money, especially if you think they're a gold digger or whatever. You can easily identify gold diggers if you are a smart masculine energy. You can easily identify, because gold diggers love to talk about money, and gold diggers they'll do anything for a man for money reasons. But anyway, my love, I am about to get up off of here, and I did enjoy talking. And always remember too, when it comes out to internal wealth, the internal wealth is not in your pockets, the internal wealth is in your mind and your body. Have a good one, my love.